What is it like to have a tan? Does it hurt?
What's up, Hunter?
Now that the Hydra vampires have my prototype sample, I've no doubt they'll attempt to create their own sunlight serum.
Mass produce it, more like.
But where would Hydra vampires go to mass-produce sunlight serum?
Somewhere familiar to them.
How about a Hydra facility that makes the gamma goop they put in their blood?
Yes, I'm going to go with exactly like that.
How about one sending a distress signal about a vampire invasion? Might be a good place to start.
Mass production of my prototype sample. It's a nightmare.
Ever regrets creating your sample?
Of course.
Has Hydra turned upon itself?
No, this is biology. It is a vampire's nature to betray the living.
Excuse me?
Oh, but not mine. I differ on a biological level.
Relax. It was a joke.
I should have known you were behind this.
Hold them off. We need more time. Go. Feed upon them. Let their veins bleed rivers.
If we can disable those terminals, at the very least we can slow their efforts to reproduce the serum.
But we need to protect the server to access the data ourselves.
Correct.
And I thought technology was supposed to make our lives easier.
They're intent on attacking the server. We must stop them.
I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics. for this fight. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. The advantage is mine.
On it.
We serve until the end.
That's not supposed to hurt.
I'm up for another round, I suppose. I'm sure you've all realized what will happen if these vampiric Hydra forces lose their vulnerability to the sun.
A lot of innocent civilians are going to pay the price, and we can't allow that.
Your sincere concern for the guiltless is inspiring.
And your lack of empathy for them is disturbing.
You've left me. I hope you brought enough for everyone.
I had hoped for a challenge.
Starting to see why they call you the hunter.
I'll make quick work.
Reinforcements. Good.
At least my mother knows how to keep her minions in check.
As much as she'd like to pretend, Sin doesn't hold the same sway as her grandfather, much less Lilith.
Does it matter? She has enough resources at her disposal to be a problem.
My prototype is here. We must recover it.
One more batch. Secure it. Quickly now.
So we finally have the opportunity to settle our grievances personally.
You're surprisingly enthusiastic for someone marching towards you.
You are shockingly confident for someone who dares tread on the work of a superior intellect.
You will suffer.
No time to catch my breath.
I cannot possibly match your strength.
Target's moving.
This one.
Now remember who started.
For the mother! Suffer her!
You must not realize what you've done.
Reinforcements inbound.
This facility is quite impressive. If only it weren't being used for such twisted ambitions.
That's Hydra in a nutshell.
You know nothing of the great works achieved by Hydra. This will be our resurgence.
I've heard that before, too.
Maybe you do not realize the trouble you're in, friend. You're still set on me.
about time. Still coming for me.
Too late. Now let that be a lesson to you. I smell
you. Here it comes.
I saw a move like that once.
If you still want it, come and get it.
Our long wait is at an end.
We are the
We must help them.
Regroup and await reinforcements.
Soon, the forces of Hydra will rule the day as well as the night. None will stand in their way.
It's important they see you maintain an inspirational outlook in the face of overwhelming defeat.
I will make you suffer!
We'll make this quick.
Side should kill you, Hunter, if they don't already. I'll take that.
Your prototype sample?
Indeed. And now to destroy the sunlight serum. But it's not all here, is it?
Of course not. We manufactured so much. All transported off-site before you even arrived. This is the final batch. A reserve. I am a wolf in the night. The yapping of a mangy cur does not concern me.
Tell me where you brought the serum.
Watch that temper, little mutt. You don't want to lash out and bite the ones you love.
Tell me!
Where else, you pathetic counterfeit? I delivered it to the Lord of Vampires.
You don't know what you've done.
Oh, but I do. Dracula, my master, has enough sunlight serum to supply an army. And there's nothing you can do to stop him.
saw Morbius heading toward Hunter's Folly. He looked distressed. Can you make sure he's not about to lose control? If I go out there, it won't be to talk.
Vampires can walk in sunlight now. Should make them easier to find, at least.
I came out here to be alone, Hunter.
Are you sure being alone is a good idea right now?
Blade sent you to check on me, didn't he? Probably didn't want to come himself because he thought we'd just end up fighting.
Is he wrong?
Of course not. And I can't promise we won't end up trading blows before the night is through, either.
If you truly wish to challenge me, I will not back down.
I've seen you in battle. I'm probably better off going after Dracula alone.
Then focus your anger at him.
They stole my work, Hunter. They perverted it for their own designs. There is an army of vampires ready to cut loose on the world, and they're all immune to sunlight. I did them. Not Dracula.
You could not have known that Dracula would get his hands on your sample.
No. But I should have foreseen that he'd want it. That he would come for it.
We will fix this. Together.
You're right. Wallowing in self-pity will accomplish nothing. We must prepare to act. Oh, and Hunter. I'm sorry. My behavior tonight was beyond the pale. I wish you had not seen me like this.
Doctor, my mother turned against me and started building an army. I understand betrayal. You have no need to apologize.
You are too kind. I really am glad you came. Instead of Blade. Well, I would love a few quiet moments to meditate on what we've said. Unless you need something else.
I understand how Morbius feels, but we can't have any loose cannons on this team.
I had some concerns about letting a vamp...
Anything else?
I don't like how Morbius is.
Hunter, hello.
Protocols in place. Hunter, I heard that you went to talk to Morbius. If it helps, I know of an infused herbal tea renowned for its calming effects.
I do not think that'll be necessary, Stephen.
I must admit, Morbius is an anomaly. He's no longer human, but he isn't like other vampires. He struggles to find a place he belongs.
The Midnight Suns have always been a home for wayward outcasts.
Is that really what you think of Tony?
You know what I mean.
Only some friendly ribbing. Of course, I'm glad to hear it, but Morbius is a special case. He will require special care.
It sounds like you care about Morbius.
I recognize something inside of him. Our ambitions are similar. We were both obsessed with our work, with our goals. That drive eventually led to his downfall, as did mine.
Yet you were both very different men.
But the need for spiritual recuperation affects us both. Do not be surprised that Morbius loses control. That is his crucible. He must overcome it to make peace with himself.
Morbius needs to... How did it go with Morbius? Is he slipping?
Relax, Blade.
That man is a walking bomb. Maybe the fuse isn't lit, but I don't want to be caught holding him when he explodes.
I know Morbius is dangerous, but he is hurting and scared. He needs a place where he can feel at home.
It sounds like you're talking about a wounded animal. Just remember that Morbius isn't a stray cat you can befriend with a saucer of milk.
I'm surprised, Blade. You and Morbius are not that different. I thought you knew the darkness with which he wrestles. I thought you would empathize with him.
I do know that darkness. That's why I'm worried. Morbius can't kill the monster inside. He can only continue to build a cage around it. He didn't ask for this curse, and he wouldn't wish it on anyone.
Are you still talking about Morbius?
Just watch your back, Hunter.
I know this looks bad, but I'm sure we can think of a solution. Eventually.
We ain't built for this.
I disagree. We can still defeat my mother.
No. You and me doing this? Living weapons ain't designed to relax. Can make a fella downright resentful.
It is hard to take it easy when the world is falling apart.
For me, it's like there's always a blade stuck in my side. When I relax, it's like I can feel it twist.
How do you handle it?
Same as you. I go looking for a fight.
Does it work?
Not always, but it's enough to dull that blade. Now that's something I can use.
There is my ferocious Charlie girl.
Do you think Sin is single?
Checking in on me again.
On the... How well do you know Sin?
Not long ago, she approached me and offered to fund my research. I tend to keep a low profile, so the fact that she was capable of tracking me down told me she was a woman of considerable resources and connections. Though if I'd known one of those connections was Dracula himself, I would not have worked with her.
Your contempt for Sin seems personal. What is that about?
She manipulated me. I created this serum, hoping it could be used as a cure. Sin stole that work for Hydra, who knows only harm.
Sin works with Hydra. What is her connection to Dracula?
That is still a bit of a mystery to me. Sin covets leadership, But she is also drawn to men of great power. Dracula likely believes he is manipulating Sin for his own gain. Sin undoubtedly feels the same.
I...
I'll